You step off the plane at Charles de Gaulle, and something inside you shifts. The weight of your laptop bag feels different now. Not like a burden, but like possibility. You've done it. You've landed that remote writing job, packed your life into 2 suitcases, and traded your old routine for something that feels like a dream you're still afraid to wake up from. The metro carries you into the heart of Paris, and through the window, you catch glimpses of what's about to become your new reality. Stone buildings with wrought iron balconies blur past, and you can already imagine yourself writing from one of those tiny tables that spill onto the sidewalks. Your fingers itch to capture this feeling in words, to translate this moment when everything familiar falls away and adventure begins. Your first morning as a Parisian remote writer starts before the sun fully rises. You brew coffee in your small apartment. Nothing fancy, just enough space for you and your dreams. The smell mingles with the fresh air drifting through windows you keep open, because the sounds of the city waking up have become your new soundtrack. Somewhere below, a bakery is already filling with the scent of fresh croissants, and you know that in an hour, you'll be walking past it on your way to find the perfect spot to write. The cafe becomes your office, but it's nothing like any office you've ever known. The barista learns your name after 3 days, and by the end of the week, she's saving you the corner table, the one with the perfect light and the view of people rushing to catch their morning train. You open your laptop, and the words flow differently here. Maybe it's the way the morning light filters through centuries-old windows, or maybe it's knowing that you're living exactly the life you've always imagined. Between client calls and deadline sprints, Paris reveals itself to you in layers. You discover bookshops tucked into medieval streets where writers before you sat and dreamed and created. You find yourself wandering through markets where vendors speak in rapid French, and somehow the rhythm of their voices influences the cadence of your sentences. Your writing takes on new life, infused with the energy of a city that has inspired creators for generations. Evenings arrive with a golden glow that seems designed specifically for writers. You walk along the Seine, watching the lights begin to dance on the water surface, and you realize this isn't just about changing your location. It's about changing your entire relationship with work and life. The boundaries blur in the most beautiful way. Your office is wherever inspiration strikes. Your commute is a stroll through neighborhoods where every corner holds a story waiting to be told. The nightlights reflect endlessly on the river, creating patterns that shift and change, like the words you're learning to weave together in new ways. You pull out your phone and capture the moment, knowing that tomorrow you'll find another cafe, another corner of this magnificent city, where your creativity can unfold. Your workspace transforms with each passing day, becoming something fluid and alive. One morning, you find yourself tucked into a narrow bookshop cafe, where the owner lets you stay for hours, typing between towering shelves of French literature. The next day pulls you toward a sunny square where fountain spray catches the afternoon light, and your deadline work happens to the soundtrack of children playing and pigeons cooing. Every location whispers different stories into your paragraphs. The work itself begins to dance with the city's rhythm. Client emails arrive while you're walking cobblestone streets, and you respond from park benches where lovers meet and artists sketch. Your writing deadlines feel less like pressure and more like appointments with inspiration. You draft proposals while watching boats drift past your window, edit articles while the afternoon sun warms your shoulders on a cafe terrace, and submit final pieces as the city lights begin their nightly performance. Something magical happens when your office becomes an entire city. You start noticing details that never made it into your writing before. The way steam rises from manholes in the early morning mist, how conversations in different languages create a symphony around your table, the particular shade of blue that Parisian shutters turn in twilight. These moments seep into your work, making even the most mundane client projects feel touched by something extraordinary. Your routine becomes beautifully unpredictable. Some days you chase the perfect lighting from cafe to cafe, laptop bag slung over your shoulder like a modern-day bohemian. Other days you plant yourself in the same corner spot for 8 hours, watching the street theater unfold while your fingers dance across keys. The flexibility feels intoxicating. No boss checking your clock in time, no fluorescent lights draining your energy, just you and your craft in one of the world's most inspiring cities. The financial freedom of remote work takes on new meaning here. Your American salary stretches differently, allowing you to savor experiences that once felt out of reach. You can afford that glass of wine with lunch, that spontaneous weekend trip to the countryside, that beautiful notebook from the stationery shop that calls to you every time you pass. Money becomes a tool for experience rather than just survival. As weeks turn into months, you realize you're not just working remotely, you're living intentionally. Every morning brings choices that feel meaningful. Which neighborhood will spark today's creativity? What story will this street corner tell? How will this evening's golden hour influence tomorrow's deadline? The boundaries between work and life haven't disappeared. They've transformed into something more beautiful, more integrated, more alive. This is what it means to write remotely in Paris, to discover that work and wonder can exist in the same breath. You've learned that productivity isn't about the sterile walls of an office building, but about finding spaces that feed your soul while you feed your bank account. Your laptop has become a passport to a life where Monday mornings feel like adventures waiting to unfold rather than sentences to endure. The old version of yourself, the one who stared at cubicle walls and counted down to 5 o'clock, feels like a distant memory now. That person could never have imagined writing marketing copy while church bells chime in the distance, or crafting blog posts as the scent of lavender drifts from a nearby flower stall. You've discovered that inspiration isn't something you wait for. It's something you live inside of. When people ask what it's like to work remotely in Paris, you struggle to explain that it's not just about the backdrop. It's about waking up each day knowing that your choices matter, that your creativity has room to breathe, that your work can be both meaningful and magical. You've found something that most people spend their entire lives searching for, a way to make living and earning feel like the same beautiful thing. The city lights still dance on the Seine each night, but now they reflect something deeper than just water and sky. They reflect the life you built from nothing but courage and a laptop bag full of dreams. You've proven that the world really can be your office, that freedom really is possible, and that sometimes the best career move is the one that doesn't feel like work at all. Find your dream remote job in the links below.